problem. You know, I have the book right in front of me, so I'll go ahead and I'll just read it from here. So ask 100 chess masters if they have studied My System by Nimzowitsch, and at least 99 will answer yes. Okay? Many will tell you they have reviewed this masterpiece over and over again. Okay? From grandmaster to beginner, every chess player learns as he reads and rereads My System. You hold in your hands the new algebraic version of this treasure of positional chess, edited for today's reader and loaded with 419 diagrams. True chess understanding lies within these pages. This edition makes the classic easier than ever before. So that we understand. There is no need to try to, understand that. I understand that, and I hope you understand it too. And if you don't, please, I will post this video on YouTube and just write your comments on the bottom, and I will, on my free time, go ahead and discuss it with you. Okay, so these are the points that we're gonna cover. The center is very important in chess. A lot of players I play with don't know anything about the center. And if you don't know anything about the center, you are pretty much doomed. Okay. Overprotection, I don't know anything about. So again, this is the first time I'm reading the book in this point. I read about the center, but I have not read about overprotection. So basically, I'm reading the book for the first time with you. So please bear with me. Blockade, the passed pawn, open files, elements of endgame strategy, discovered check, the two bishops, the pawn chain, doubled pawn and restraint, the isolated D pawn, position of play in the center, exchanging, the 7th and 8th ranks, maneuvering against weaknesses. Also, this book has 50 illustrated games, which we will also talk about, 419 diagrams, and algebraic notation. Okay, so now, folks, I'm going to stop this recording so I can. Grandmaster is the highest rank you can get. Yes, here's Aron is an American chess grandmaster. Oh, he's still alive. I thought he would probably be dead because this book is so old. Oh, wow, okay, that's great. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing his name wrong, but it says Yasser. Okay, so he's a grandmaster, folks. That's the highest rank you could get. Okay, let's look at him. Image of him. So that's him. Okay. Okay. Let's go back to the book. Where are you, book? Okay, so it is with the greatest pleasure. So introduction. So Mr. Sarivan Yasir is the one that is writing this, and I'm sorry, sir, if I'm pronouncing your name wrong. Yasir. Let's go. Okay, so it is with the greatest pleasure that I write the introduction to this edition of Aron's classic, My System. So it is with the greatest pleasure that I write the introduction. Okay, so you're writing the introduction. Okay, mister. Yes, here. So the effect of Nimzowicz's writing and play has had a profound impact on chess players since his chess career began in 1904. Okay, so he began his chess career in 1904. I'm talking about Aron Nimzowitsch. That's 21, and what's 2000 minus 1904, folks? Come on. 2000 minus 1904, that's 96, 97, 117, it seems. Basically about 120 years ago, folks, Mr. Aron's career began. In his heyday, the years 1925, 1931, Nimzowitsch was considered to belong to the company of the world's strongest players. It is a pity that he never got his chance to battle in a world championship match. Chess is poor for it. Besides being a powerful player at the chessboard, Nimzowitsch became even more famous for his writings and his style of writing. He followed in the scientific tradition of the first world champion, Wilhelm Steins. After several devastating losses, Nimzowitsch looked deeply into the causes of his defeats. Besides a single bad move that pitched the game, was there something else to be learned? Yes, the plan was wrong. What was the right plan? How could that plan be found? Why should it work in this circumstance and not another? So okay, so we're good on that. By taking by saying we're good on that, I mean, I understand it. I hope you understand it too, folks. So by taking a detached look at his weak play, Nimzowitsch devised a scientific approach to the analysis of a given position. These ideas were unfolded in my system. He introduced and expounded upon bizarre strategic ideas such as overprotection. And so this word, I don't know how to pronounce it, so that's what we're going to do. So it says, so folks, by the way, do not worry about this overprotection. Basically, this is a term. It's like almost a principle in chess that we will discuss. And once you understand this, for example, and you don't overprotect, you will become a better chess player. And same with the other part. So it says, so let's see, I don't know what happened. Gotta make sure this recording doesn't stop. Okay, it is recording. It says prophylaxis. Excuse me. Okay, so usually this helps for anyone also who don't know how to pronounce something. For example, in this case, I don't know how to pronounce it. I just go to dictionary.com, www.dictionary.com, and I type in, oh, not him, I type in P-R-O-P, P-R-O-P, H-Y-L, H-Y-L, A-X-I-S. So now this is gonna, I don't, okay, let's see. So it says, this is how you pronounce it. See, this is what I'm talking about, folks. Prophylaxis. What happened? Can you hear it? Okay, well, it's supposed to pronounce it, but I don't know why it's not. Let's just see. Prophylaxis. 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 Okay, so prophylaxis. Okay, so he coined such classic phrases as the passed pawn is a criminal that should be kept under lock and key, and the threat is stronger than its execution. Again, folks, these are simply terms. By understanding this, it's like principles, and you're playing chess against someone. And if you know that a passed pawn, for example, which we will discuss, is a criminal that should be kept under lock and key, okay? If you know this principle, you automatically become a good chess player. And I know right now a lot of you are saying, what the hell is that? We will discuss it, once we get to the chapter. By mixing scientific jargon, wit, and humor, Nimzowitsch was able to create a challenging work that has tested and treated chess players since 1925 and will continue to do so for many generations yet to come. Nimzowitsch, why is the color is fine? Nimzowicz's works, My System. So he wrote that, he wrote Die Blockade, and he also wrote Chess Praxis, ushered in an era described by Nimzowitsch as the hyper-modern period. Today's chess has thoroughly observed its effects. Nimzowicz's restraining defense, the Nivzo Indian. We see this all the time, folks. Is still the most popular way of meeting d4. Most openings today feature the bishop's fianchetto, a radical development that was introduced by Nimzowitsch and his contemporaries. So, folks, if you just go on YouTube right now and type in the Nivzo Indian defense, it's like, it's like something that will, there's a bunch of stuff on it you can watch. Radical development that was introduced by Nimzowitsch and his contemporaries. Various strategies, such as blockading knights, playing on different colored squares, and many others described in the book, have all become part of the arsenal of today's grandmasters. Yeah, Nimzowitsch ideas have stood the test of the time and have prospered. I like the way he put it. Folks, we are about to get some arsenal for ourselves to become a better chess player. My own experience with My System is not a unique one. I first read My System during my teenage years, the years of rebellion. Of course, I took issue with just about everything he wrote, but in this, I had been tricked. Nimzowitsch had induced me to think about his ideas. Right or wrong, it didn't matter. The fact that I was either forced to prove or refute these ideas had me thinking in a manner that was unexpected. What was this business of restraint, blockade, destroy? Why try to undermine a base pawn? Why not just play for mate? I thought. Yes, indeed, in those days, chess was as easy as check, check, and mate. But what to do when the opponent's king is safe? The years take their toll. Annoyed with My System, both because I didn't understand it. So now the writer Yasir is just talking about him reading the book. Because I didn't understand it and didn't know how to refute it, I put the book down and didn't look at it again for several years. The next reread had me bemused. Of course, prophylaxis makes sense. Wasn't everybody playing H2, H3? That's just, again, that's just chess in algebraic notation, folks. That's going to help us. For example, when I pull up a chessboard over here, that's going to help us, understand what he's the moves. It's just move H2 and H3. Those are just chess moves that I will show you again. Escaping back rank mates when they couldn't find anything better to do. Certainly, the conquering of the absolute seventh rank is a marvelous investment of a pawn. Maybe he hadn't been so wrong after all. The digesting process was, however, still difficult. Several defeats later brought me back for the third time, and another quick reread. More happy surprises. Nimzowitsch had understood the advantage of space and how to use this to switch to attacks on a flank. He also understood that although a player has few squares for his pieces, it is acceptable provided that each piece has a good square. Whew, I need some water, folks. Give me a second. Oh my God, this is not easy, but I love doing this. Damn, I should get a job doing this, huh? All right, and if you haven't already, please subscribe so you get my next video and follow along with me, because I'm going to continuously make videos until I'm done with this book. This then is the strength of My System. It is a book that provokes you to think differently about chess. It challenges you to consider a different approach. and urges you to prove or refute Nimzowicz's ideas. It is also a book that you can read and reread each time, coming away with different lessons and insights, leading to a deeper understanding of the game. The biggest problem with my original copy of my system was that it was written in descriptive notation at a time when algebraic was taking over as the world's chess language. It was also written in a manner and style that was decidedly too European and scientific for my young mind. The next generation of chess players may be spared my experience with the current volume. My system, the 21st century edition, the entire layout is in algebraic notation, making it much easier to use. The book has gone through a tremendous amount of editing to create an easier read with more of an American English flavoring. I'm certain you'll savor this great classic every bit more. So, Yasir Saravan, International Grandmaster, Seattle, Washington, November 1991. And he's still alive, folks. He's 60. So, yeah. All right. So, now that we read that, let's go into part one. The elements, part one. So, the elements, folks, chapter one on the center and development. All right. Let's get started. Here we go. All right, let me check my time.